gents, it's Nikki A with Venting Out Loud podcast. This is a safe space where we will talk about all things real in real life situations. Okay, guys, we're here for episode 3. Y'all have to excuse my voice. I was at a football game this weekend, and I've been yelling all weekend, telling Chloe to stop and no. So this is episode 3 of Venting Out Loud podcast. Yeah. And today I have Chanel on the show and Amber. So give it up for them.
Hey, y'all.
So, y'all, my first icebreaker again for episode 3. is one of y'all's most embarrassing moment, if y'all can think of something.
Oh, my God.
Normally, I would be like, y'all want tater tots or french fries? Or y'all want apples or oranges?
I got too many embarrassing moments.
Can y'all think of something?
You go first.
Me? Okay.
Okay, now go second, and then Amber can go.
Okay, my most embarrassing moment. I'm trying to think of something recent, y'all, because this might be too hard. I got too many. I guess I would say as a mom, I'm a new mom, and so, you're trying to do everything right, everything perfect. Y'all, wait, I'm not good with this one. I can't go first.
So let's change it. Let's say, okay.
That one's hard. I got too many.
I'm like, I don't really get embarrassed.
And I don't think
like,
I
think that's what it is. I just take it on the chin.
I'm going to laugh.
Yeah,
so are y'all night women or morning person? Like, which
night?
I'm night, but I get up early in the morning.
I'm a morning person.
I hate getting up early, though, but I do it.
At like 9 o'clock, y'all, I'm like granny. I'm asleep.
Really?
So, like, if you're calling me and I wake up out of my sleep to talk to you, I really love you.
No, ma'am. I'm nighttime.
And I make Chloe be in the bed early. Yeah.
Really? My baby is trying to make me into a morning person, but it's just not happening. I'm just still not used to it.
Yeah, I'm a night person.
Yeah. And I think I set my alarm for school purposes to get back up and like read. But if it's up to me at 9:30, I'm out. I done showered. I done did everything I need to do.
Oh, girl, that's early.
That's real mature.
Yeah, trying.
I'll be like you when I grow up.
That doesn't mean anything. So, y'all, episode 3 is really going to be good and juicy because the women, we are talking to the man today. So, y'all, the guys, y'all sent some DMs as well, and I have them jotted down on my phone today. And so today we're really chiming in on, like, how we feel when it comes to men, how y'all should treat us. Again, we're just 3 brilliant women.
That part.
But so we're not going to speak for every woman. We're just pretty much speaking just in general. So before some of y'all women like chop our heads off or be like, nah, I don't agree. It's okay if you don't agree, sis. All right, y'all. So can y'all date a guy if he stays at home with his parents? Like, he got potential.
No.
It's just a hard no, Amber.
It's a hard no. I'm not in that season in my life. Like, no.
Wow.
See, that's what I was going to say. I guess it just depends on the season that he's in, especially. But then, of course, like, depending on the season that I'm in, I'll be honest, now I'm a 35-year-old woman. That would probably not be my first choice of a partner, someone to choose to date. But, yeah, I mean, if he's in a season where he's grinding and trying to figure it out and maybe in med school, dental school, it just depends.
Yeah.
Then that might be an option. But,
yeah, it's kind of hard. It's tricky because, like, say you're dating that guy and y'all aren't at that level where y'all can move in together yet. Yeah. And then he doesn't have anywhere else to go, so he lost his job and then he got to go back to his mom's house. But it's just temporary. But I know sometimes they can stay there longer than anticipated. It's still a no.
I'm a business owner. I own 2 houses. Yeah. Like, I honestly don't have time to babysit. Like, I will edify and I will help build you.
Come on.
And I will talk life into you.
Of course.
But at home with mama, I also have to respect you.
Yeah.
And if I don't have that level of respect,
now,
if he would have met me 7 years ago, I'd be in a different place.
Got that.
But no.
I get it.
Yeah.
But that's good, though, Amber, that you have those, like, non-negotiables where it's like, no, because I think women, sometimes we will see a guy and see the potential, and it's just like, but it's not going to be like this forever. And then it's a year later, and it's still the same.
That's true, 100%. And I guess for me, I said, Depends on the season because I am married, and when I met my husband, he was still in college actually, and so once he graduated, then he did move back to Dallas and move back in with his parent. So I thought that was cool. We were also very young. That was like 12 years ago.
I was going to say, how old were y'all?
He was 23, 22 years old.
Yeah.
So that made sense, right?
Of course.
But since when he left, he never went back. I mean, not without, of course. So, yeah, at this age, no. It's a hard no for me too at 35.
At this age. Like, so we always staying at my house. Like, I can't go stay the night at your house because I got to check in with your mama. Or if I go to your house, we have to sit in your room. Or if we sit in the living room,
or we sit in the front porch
with us. Like,
that's a tough
it's different than visiting your parents. And then what if I don't even like your mama?
That part. Or your daddy. Or the grandma.
I give this, though. You learn a lot about a partner by how he interacts with his parents and his, and especially his relationship with his mom. So what other way, better way, and I'm being devil's advocate, what better way to see how he treats his mom?
Yeah, so we can have family outings, but not live with your
parents' house.
Yeah.
Not live
there. Because I'm even thinking like further into it, like I can't do nothing with you. I'm not going to, I think if we're married or something along those lines and I want to give you a kiss, that's cool. But just being boyfriend and girlfriend and your parents right there, like I have to sneak and kiss you. Like I'm not 25 no more.
Yeah, and
if I want to kiss you and tongue you down, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, well, going back to your parent house with me is different. Like if we have to live there for a few years,
so y'all are married,
while we're building a house, things like that, that's totally fine.
I agree.
But in the dating stage, I actually want to see how you are by yourself. Like how do you handle your bills?
Yeah, how do you clean your house?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All of those things, I think that's very important.
What does that tub look like? That's what we want to know.
Hello,
and the sink.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah.
So this is I didn't have this question written down, but I was just thinking when y'all were talking, like, how do y'all feel about dating a guy like who's possibly a mama's boy? Like, have y'all done that before? Because I have, and yeah, it's
mama's
not
boy.
easy.
I haven't dated someone that I would say is just a mama's boy. I've dated actually my husband. It's 3 boys. It's 3 of them. But no, not necessarily mama's boys.
I don't have an issue with it.
I think it depends on the mother.
Yeah,
I think the mother is the defining factor. Because is she a mother that handicaps you, or is she like, the one that pushes you and she'll still be there for you? Because I'm a mama's girl,
and I am too.
But my mama knows how to be hard and when to be soft with me.
Yeah.
I say if I have a kid today, my son, if I had a son, he would be a mama's boy and he would be messed up and I would handicap him because I'm so old having a little boy. I would hope that it's a little girl, but...
You think that matters because you're older, like...
Yeah, I would be softer. Attention. It's like a grandmama having a kid.
Oh, girl, not grandmama.
Not geriatric. Definitely not a grandma.
Yes. Well, I said that to say about my mother-in-law because she's excellent to have 3 boys. I really think she just focused on raising kids to leave the house, so she didn't really baby them. I think with 3 boys, it's kind of hard to do that anyway. You got to baby 3 kids, Right.
Kind of. I mean, my high school sweetheart was a mama's boy. And but then like my boyfriend now is a mama's boy, but it's a different type of mama's boy. Like,
and you know the difference.
Yeah,
like
I haven't experienced that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, know the difference. Like with calling to get their opinion on something, I think that's one thing, but calling to get their opinion on everything, it's just like, wait, we stay together.
Or my mama said I can't do that, so I'm not gonna do it.
Hold on.
What?
No. Right? Not my mama said. It's not happening.
That's what happened.
Oh, it's still happening.
Oh no, yeah. I have not. I will not.
Yeah.
Keep me away.
Y'all, so this is like a 2-part question, and again, the women, we are speaking to the men. So, guys, we are not saying that you cannot stay home with your mom, but we saying you can't stay home with your mama. Okay.
And be with us.
No, guys, get your own.
And I think it just depends on how old you are.
Yeah.
Yes. And then what your goals are. And if you're in path to accomplishing those goals, it just wouldn't happen with me. You could be en route. Like you could be in school to be a doctor. We still not gonna be together. Not if you living with your mama.
Well, Amber, I can respect it, Amber. You better know.
That's why I say as long as you
know what you want.
I think I love that. Like because I think for me it's one of those things. Once again, like I could see it. Like, I could see the potential. I could see the greatness.
I'm like that, too.
And it's like my
I
heart
am
won't just
too,
let me be
but
like, no.
Not like
But Amber
that.
not going to do it.
And
Amber,
not in
No.
that. Yeah, not in that space.
yeah, and I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. And
100%.
I really do. The next question, y'all, was a 2-part question, and some kind of way, y'all know I got to put God in the middle of something.
on now.
So,
I love it.
with that being said, like, can y'all date a guy that he loves God, but he don't go to church?
Absolutely.
Why?
Yes.
How? I want to go as a
Absolutely.
family, though.
Let me
Me
say this.
personally.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. I guess you have to separate the actual, when you say church, right? You have to separate the actual religious part of like church, like, and what that means, and then the spiritual relationship that a person has.
Okay.
I'm more concerned on my man knowing God and having a relationship with God than I am him leading me to church, because let's be clear, there's a lot of men that's in church every Sunday on the
Yeah.
front row that don't nobody need to marry.
Or being a deacon.
All of that, serving in the church, and maybe not, somebody needs to stay far away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I guess for me, it's just, I guess I would, I guess there's more information or conversation that needs to be had as to why he's not. Because I'll be honest, there's a lot of men who are church hurt
Yeah.
from a
And
religious place.
I agree with you 100%. My late husband, we used to go to church every Sunday. I'm talking about, you ain't never find us missing church.
Right.
Even if we went out of town, we would find a guest church to visit. Like,
Oh,
that's
wow.
how,
That's
That's
powerful
amazing.
because I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
amazing.
and but it's crazy because like I want to say like maybe year 5 or 6 of us being together, he was like, man, I don't want to go to church today, and I thought that was awkward for him because we started off going every Sunday, and so he told me that he didn't want to go because he said that he could stay at home and read different scriptures and get what he needed out of it versus going and getting their perception of what they thought that scripture meant.
Ooh.
And I never thought about it like that, so that's what made me ask
That's
y'all
deep.
that question.
So for me, I mean, I could date somebody who did not go to church. I just think it depends on like where God sits in our relationship.
yeah.
Like,
like
do we
that.
pray together? Are you
There we
comfortable
go.
praying?
Exactly.
And so I think those are the important factors, like what that relationship is with God and how your relationship is with God with me.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And let's be clear, when we're talking about dating and possibly marriage or in a marriage, as women, we do look for our men to lead us.
Yes.
So we're speaking to the men. We do want you to lead us.
Yes.
So again, even if you don't go to church, I like what Amber just said. Are you going to lead me in prayer? Are
Yeah.
you going to sit me down and tell us, let's open our books on this random Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yes, because that's what
so
you're supposed
we
to be
can-
growing together. So if I
Exactly.
can't grow with you and elevate with you,
There we go.
we starting off bad
Yeah,
already.
because when we
But-
step out of character, the first thing that we need to do is spiritually check each other.
Yes.
Exactly. And
I
that's
agree.
and that's the thing that lasts, right? That's the foundation, if that's what you believe.
If that's what you believe.
Yeah,
But
like-
that's why those conversations need to be had up front with that guy. And guys, y'all have to be honest with us.
Come on
because if you're not, and y'all start off one way and then it can get
Ooh.
bad real quick.
Switch up. Or, like I said, a deeper conversation. What's going on? Why do you not feel like maybe find a church home together? I'm open, I'm
Yeah.
open to
house shopping.
Yeah, I'm
there
telling you,
we
when my
go.
late husband said he didn't want to go and he broke it down to me why, I was like, I never in my life thought about it like this, but I really understood where he was coming from. Like, I wasn't mad, wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
I really understood.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay.
It's a great question.
Then, the second part of that question was, when a guy loves God, man, when y'all love God,
Come on, man.
it's a different feeling. Do y'all agree that it's a different feeling when the guy loves God and how
Yeah.
he talks to us and
Oh,
treats
yes.
us? And
Oh, yes.
not saying that he's not going to ever make a mistake because nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel when they are more in tune with the word or even trying to be in tune,
Oh, yeah.
it's a different feeling.
Yeah, I agree. I'll speak to this. I definitely believe that I think years ago I had to change my prayers. I used to pray, when we want guys to act a certain way or be a certain person, we praying for God to change them for us, But I just started praying that God would change him for him, like be after God's own heart. Because I'm like,
That's
if,
actually my prayer right now.
man,
Just make
for
sure
real.
that his heart remains soft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's after God's own heart, because if you after God's own heart, you can't do nothing but love me correctly, baby.
Yeah.
You can't do
That's
nothing
very,
but
very
show
true.
up for me in the right way, right?
That's very true.
Yeah, and I think it starts with understanding what love is and what not just the worldly love, godly love.
Right. And that's the difference.
If he knows what love is and he's trying to love me the way God said he gonna love me, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
happy.
God gonna make sure you happy anyway. So I feel like that is a good point, Chanel, because it's like if you really love God, I want to be able to see God like through my next person. You know what I mean? So like if I can't see that, it's probably not gonna work. I'm serious.
I got a question for you, but what is that? What is seeing God and what
Just
does
that-
a guy need to do for you to feel like you're seeing God? Because I got another mindset on that too.
That I just want to feel the love, like you know how they always say like how God loves the church.
Gotcha.
I want to be able to feel that. Like I want to be able to walk in and feel appreciated, feel like I mean something, feel like you care. Feel like we're growing towards something. Like I want to feel that part of God through you, because God is above. So I want to be able to feel that. It's a feeling.
I love that. What you think, Amber?
I just think seeing God through a person will make you feel covered.
Ooh.
Make you feel protected in a sense.
I love that.
But covered, like always feeling like they see you for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even in your ugliest phases.
I love that.
Because we're not always our best selves.
Exactly.
And so being
But we're
honest,
good at covering it.
yeah.
Oh,
but
so
being
good.
able to see it and knowing how to be there for you, and praying with you in the bad and the good times.
Yeah.
So just feeling covered.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I would agree. And that's crazy. Y'all said exactly what I was thinking. And because I'm thinking, like, again, I measure love, and I want to hear Amber's definition of love in a few. But the love is patient. It is kind. And so when I didn't know this until I got married, because I have a very kind husband, you know, and you take that for granted.
Yeah.
But that is loving to have someone that's kind to you, even when you're being the ugly person.
Yeah.
Someone being patient, someone who doesn't know any wrong. Like, you know, those kind of things are what you want to see.
It is a very big difference.
Yeah.
Like, I can't chime in on that enough, but I want to be able, like I said, to feel that love. Like, we're going out to eat. Shivery's not dead, so you hold the door for me. I know this is not like in the Bible to hold the door, but you hold the door for the next woman too. That's love.
What you do for other people, right? It's still showing me
I want
your
to
heart.
see that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. I always say that men need acknowledgement and women need reassurance. Guys, I want to know in the comments, whenever we do answer this, do y'all think that we're hitting this right on the money? But y'all, do men need acknowledgement and we need the reassurance, or do y'all think it's the other way around?
No, I think they need acknowledgement. I think they, more than anything, need respect
There we
from
go.
us.
Yeah.
I think so too.
They need to know that we respect them. And just like when I said, like, we're not always our best selves, neither are they.
Right.
And even when they're in their worst or they're trying to start new journeys or do different things,
We should be there
that
to support
we're there
them.
to support them. But we're always honest with them, too. So, yeah, I think they need respect.
Yeah.
Which in a sense is acknowledgement.
Yes.
And then we need love.
Yes.
We need, and that will be our reassurance, like to know that you actually love us. We need to feel seen. We need to feel wanted.
Yes, the wanted for
And I think sometimes when guys get comfortable, they forget to show you those things because they think, because I'm here, I clearly want you.
sure. Right.
And that's not always the case, because it's a lot of people that will be here that don't want me like that, but they want me right now.
Right. Oh, that's
deep.
Oh, Amber, girl, you should take over the podcast.
That's a
Because
word.
I'm trying to think about what you just said so I can respond, and I can't even think on my
That's a
toes.
word.
Quick that is.
No, that's a word. I agree with her that women definitely need to feel loved, and I think that reassurance is a good way to put it. I never thought about reassurance as being the way that we like to feel receive love, because I think relationships don't always stay in their honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
You're right, we move past that, and I think sometimes men and women, we get comfortable. You know, we get comfortable in the dating phase, and you definitely get comfortable in a marriage.
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
just reminding us that that you love us, that validating our feelings, letting us feel like we are being heard. I think is very important in having us understand that we're loved, you know?
Right. That
Yeah,
goes to make me think, like, No, you go ahead, Amber.
I was just
'cause
gonna say,
ask
and letting
another
you
question.
know that you're loved isn't like just words. It's more actions than anything. At least for me. So like,
So that's deep because I'm a words of affirmation
okay, so
person.
I am too, kind of.
I am, but okay. So my mama's Mexican. So y'all ever seen George Lopez show How the Mama Real Tough? And
Yeah.
okay, that's my mama. Okay, y'all. So like she doesn't really say she loves me. She shows me. So I need to be shown that I'm loved. And if I'm honest, like my daddy really, like he tells us he loves us, but he showed us more than anything.
That's deep.
Gotcha.
I'm really big on words of affirmation. I was just talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was like, "But people can tell you anything, but if they can't show it and prove it with action, like what
I
good
just
is
said
it?"
that
That's
last
so
night.
But
true.
for me, I'm just like, but I don't care if they.
I just
show
want
it.
to
I just
hear
want to
it.
hear it. She's
I
like,
just need you to back it up.
yeah, but she's like, Nikki, you do want them to back it up, like,
But,
Yeah.
but I want to
that-
hear it.
I think
don't
that
care.
goes hand in hand with the hope and seeing the beauty in something.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
like, for me, without giving too much of my story,
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't come from the picture perfect parents. Like, my parents' marriage was the ugliest marriage you'll probably
Yeah,
ever
we had
see.
some guys on the last podcast, and they talked about just the dysfunction. So
Yeah, so for me, like I heard my daddy tell my
Mm-hmm.
mama he loved her, but he didn't show her. So one of my things is I stand on that. Like you have to show me. And that's why I'm firm in a lot of my beliefs on a lot of things because I've seen dysfunction and I know what and what I won't tolerate. And I've been in dysfunction. I've been in relationships that was dysfunctional.
I have too.
Yeah.
And it's so unhealthy.
Man,
It's stressful.
I think I know where my words of affirmation come from because I think first off, my mom was really big on affirming me and telling me I did a good
Good
job.
job.
And,
Yes, I wanna hear
she
it.
was very more words than action. I mean, she was
Girl,
actions
my mama
too,
will
but
write me a letter and tell me she's proud of me, but she won't say it
See?
out of her mouth.
really, my mom was always just. I mean, she's clearly word of mouth was just everything,
Yeah.
right? But then I think as I got older, I looked for that in friendship and other, past relationships and things like that. So it's just something that I clearly just kind of always gravitated towards. Now, let's be clear, and I have went through seasons of people saying a lot of stuff and they didn't do anything.
Right.
So I think as I get older now, I'm starting to appreciate the service more and the actions.
Good point too.
But then I still can see where even when I'm getting the actions and I'm getting when people are showing me things, I still want them to affirm me, and that might just be the childhood in me, the little Chanel that
Yeah.
still needs that and wants that because I experienced that growing up. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be both, though. I
Yeah.
mean, just telling me sending a text and saying you love me, that's sweet. Like the other day, I saw this picture in my phone, and it was my boyfriend had wrote a note on my mirror, and I had taken a picture of it, and it was like really sweet, and it's
Yeah.
from years ago, and I sent it to him, and he was like, "Dang, I need to do that again."
yeah.
And so, like,
It's
but
like reminding them that we still like it.
yeah,
Yes.
I did like the word, but it was the action of it too. So it's the words, but there's the action of it. You took time out of your day to do this to show
me,
me
yeah.
that you're proud of me, you love me, this, that, or the other. Whatever the case, whatever the letter said. Go ahead.
I like
That's-
I like that, but I do have a point.
Okay.
Because I'm big on love languages, but I'm not only because I think they're very conditional.
Yeah.
I think they're
'Cause of
conditional.
seasons.
It's seasons because I really like all of them. I need all of them
Yeah.
in certain seasons of my life, right? Because I'll say lately I haven't really needed words of affirmation as much as I needed it maybe 2 years ago or a year ago when I was pregnant and I had the baby and I felt like not like myself,
Yeah,
right? I didn't
yeah.
feel like I looked this good. I didn't feel like my weight was, maintained.
And she rocked her pregnancy, y'all. Do not
I
wear
tried,
her pictures
y'all.
and everything was so
I
cute.
But I wanted to hear my husband say, "You look good," or
Right. Or,
you
"Dang,
know,
babe."
or yeah,
Yeah.
like. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he did
Yeah, of
do
course.
that, but I needed it more than ever before, more than I needed, anything else, any other
That's
love
crazy
language.
because it means everything when I catch you staring at me.
Yeah,
But my silly self be
Wow.
like, why are you staring at me?
yeah.
I mean,
My
it's
insecurities would come
awkward.
in a year ago. I'd be like, "Oh, he's seeing this good. He's seeing this fupa." Like, and
It's awkward, but it's like it's still like
Charming.
he think I'm cute.
Yeah.
see, I can't make my mind just think that I know
No,
what somebody thinks.
Mine be like,
But that's-
why are you staring? And they be like, I just want to look at you. And I'm like, okay. It be almost feel
Yeah.
awkward. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
crazy.
know. I know that there are guys who be like, oh, I don't believe in like the witchcraft stuff. That's what people call horoscopes. I love talking about horoscopes. Like if I start dating somebody, I automatically go to Google and I be like, let me see if this is compatible. Do y'all do that? Like, do y'all think that these horoscopes?
That's actually a first date conversation. I just think it's a cool first date conversation.
Is. I
like,
want to know.
Do you believe that you are what your sign is? And let's look up what our signs mean together. I don't know if it's necessarily true about the compatibility of signs, but I mean, Chanel made a comment before the podcast started, like, what is your moon and all of this? And I literally just learned mine like 2 weeks ago, okay?
Really?
So when she asked me, I knew it off the top of my head because I think your moon plays a part.
It really does.
If you're into that, right?
Yeah.
Because
you could be a Virgo moon, a Capricorn.
So I'm a Gemini,
Yeah.
but I'm very in touch with my earth signs.
I'm a Gemini as well, and I will say I play with it a little bit. Not like the witchcraft, but the zodiacs. I look at it. I ask people, like you said, first conversations. Kind of when I meet somebody, I'm like, "What's your sign, girl?" Like,
are y'all May Geminis or
June
Gemini.
Oh, I'm
We're
a June
June.
Cancer.
We're
but-
literally a
just
couple of days
different.
apart.
like 4
okay.
3-4 days.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. June is the best month of the year, y'all. Just FYI.
Come on, somebody, y'all better know it.
Ooh-wee. But yeah, I think some guys, y'all be more in tune with these horoscopes. Like you don't have to believe in them.
Yeah.
We're not saying that everything they say is true, because even like with the horoscopes for us, I remember it saying like Cancers and Aquarius just don't get along. They can't stand each other. And my best friend is an Aquarius. Shout out to Detrice Mears.
Yeah.
And my late husband was an Aquarius. And that's like,
So,
that was
yeah,
my person.
it ain't working. It don't
it's
work
just
for
like,
you.
I don't think
Yeah.
all of it is true. But then when I read some of the stuff, it's just like, oh, well, this particular horoscope, which I don't want to say the horoscope, is
Yeah.
like, it's a bad person, not good for you, a cheater, blah blah blah, and it's just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
let me go back.
Is that an
Some of
Aries?
this stuff is correct.
Oh my
Is that
god.
an Aries? It
No.
is? Oh.
It was
Is
a
it?
Virgo,
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I
but I
think
dated
it's
another
cool.
Virgo, and he wasn't like that. So I guess it just really depends,
Yeah.
on the person.
I think it's all fun and games. I
It
mean,
is.
I don't know if I will. I don't really read horoscopes. I'm more
Yeah.
so just looking at the
quick
personality
stuff.
traits, the traits.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, some of it I still think be like spot on.
Yeah.
It be spot on.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I be like, oh, you know, I mean, you just gotta. It's give
It's
and
just
take.
that's why I keep saying it's
I'm
the person
pretty much
too.
a
It is.
Gemini to the T.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But are you moody? Because I don't think you moody.
I'm not. I think that's a May Gemini thing. I'm not moody.
I think so too.
But I could be, if I'm in a room, you may get a different version of me. Like I may show up like very bubbly, and then sometimes I may just be like super chill.
Just chill mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just
okay.
depends on. And I mean,
It's the atmosphere
yeah,
too.
it's
yeah.
the energy.
Yeah, 'cause
Geminis are really big
We can
on
feel
energy.
the energy.
Oh yes,
yeah.
100%.
Cancers can too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So guys, y'all got to talk to us about these horoscopes because we be wanting
Come
to
on
know.
Yeah, y'all get y'all a Gemini.
And it's
Y'all
just a
can't have
good
these Geminis.
conversation.
It is.
It's just a good conversation, whether you believe in it or not. It's a conversation, like, and it helps. It's kind of like the icebreaker at the beginning. It helps
For
break
sure.
the ice to try to get
Yes.
to know the person that you're sitting across from.
Yeah, because I always want to know,
Yeah.
like, do have the guys? I always ask the guy I'm dating, like, have you dated your same sign? And they'll be like, yes.
Have you
or
ever
no.
dated your same sign?
I have.
I have too.
And it wasn't bad at all. He's a really great person. He's married now. He was a really, really great, dope person. But we didn't really have issues. We were just young.
Yeah,
Just young and dumb.
yeah.
I dated a Gemini. The chemistry was
Lit.
It was
A1.
amazing.
See?
A1. He
I
was a
dated
May
Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Wow, it was a middle school relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. It was a Gemini. He
What's
was
your
fun.
husband?
He's a Libra.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Geminis and Libras are just 100% compatible.
Yeah.
And I love my Libra.
Yes, you better
So,
say it. Shout him out.
So yeah, so that's why I said it works.
Man, y'all always say that y'all like things to be like the most least resistant when it comes to dating y'all. Do y'all think men like least resistance, like don't like having to argue, don't
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I know me and Amber Chanel, we was all talking at the beginning and Amber was saying pretty much like she feels like guys when y'all argue, y'all are arguing because like y'all pretty much like have messed up or done wrong?
I
or-
know. Well, okay. I think like if a man picks a pointless argument,
Okay.
and this may come from my traumatic childhood, y'all, but like it is what it is,
It
right?
is.
And I've actually had a homeboy say this and affirm it without me asking this. But a lot of times when men pick a argument, it's because they need to create the space so that they can go do whatever it is they're trying to do. So like if they're trying to, if I have
really
an
agree
argument with
that,
you,
because then I'm not gonna talk to you for
I
like
might
2 or
not
3
talk
days,
or I just may not talk to you
Or
for
ever
today.
again.
that too.
I just may not talk to you today, and guess what? You can go do. You can go have dinner with somebody. You can go have,
because you know I'm not gonna call. You
Yeah.
know I'm not gonna text. I'm not gonna do nothing.
yeah.
I'm not coming
or
over
if
tonight.
I am calling and texting you, you not responding
Yeah.
is because we've had this argument.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh well, I didn't want to talk to you right now. So
Yeah.
like, so when I personally, and the same goes
I
for
agree with
women.
that.
The same goes for women when women trying to do sneaky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're the best at doing sneaky stuff.
Oh, yeah, we're the
we know
best.
how to create that space, and
Yep.
so we can get mad at you over something petty, and just to create the space. So I think oftentimes people create arguments.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't like to argue. Like, so for the resistance and all of that, I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, I don't even have the energy. I don't have the energy.
I can't say that I don't like to argue because
I
if my
love
husband
her.
sees this, he's gonna be like, "Why you get on that podcast and lie?" And
Wait,
it's not,
Chanel, you like to argue?
not like to argue.
She likes to debate.
But
Okay,
I
that's different, but I don't want to argue.
I like
with
to get
you.
my point across. I
Yeah.
don't like to argue. Let me not
Like
say
to be
that.
heard.
But I like to be heard, and until I'm heard,
You're gonna keep
I'm gonna
going.
keep going.
Oh,
at
I
it.
used to
that.
be like that.
I'm
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And
used to be
I like a picker.
I don't want to be this way, y'all.
No,
Me
Amber,
either.
not a picker.
Because that's what you are. You keep picking.
No,
until
but I
they-
just want you to hear. I'm not picking at
Yeah.
you. I really just want
But
you to
that's how
understand where
they
I'm coming
feel
from.
like we picking at them. Like God.
So guys,
That
y'all
is.
stop being
That
nonchalant
is.
because I will shut up if I don't think that you're being nonchalant. But if I think you're just sitting there
I've
like you
gotten
don't
better,
Like you
though.
don't. That's
I'm gonna keep going.
That
I really
part.
want you
I
to
mean, like
hear.
this the last time I'm gonna say something,
and then it'd be 20 minutes
Yeah.
later.
No,
That's-
this is it. This is it. This is it. Do you
Ah.
understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I've gotten better, like, cause we don't really. So in my relationship, we don't really argue. At the beginning,
Yeah, it was bad.
bad.
Yeah.
But now we don't argue. We like an old couple. We don't we don't argue at all. So like if we argue, it's just like, hey, I
It's
just
just a
want
misunderstanding,
you to, I want
really.
you to hear how I feel, and I just want to make sure you understand because I don't want to cross this path again.
I got you.
And so, but it's I've come to learn it's about my delivery.
Yes,
because
that's the delivery.
if
Is
it's-
Yes, that's me too.
if I do it in a
That
text
is me.
message, he feels attacked. If I do it in person and I say it in the tone that I just said it, like even though he don't want to talk about it no more, I think he's a little more open to talking about
That's
it.
a good point because it's like telling a guy, hey, why you didn't take the trash out none this week? Like, I think that's so nasty. I think that's so sloppy. But,
Yeah.
babe, I know you're tired this week. And I know, like, I've been
Ooh.
really tired, too.
That's better.
Like, I just love when you take the trash out because I don't smell
Oh.
nothing.
See, you running game.
That's-
That's, what I'm talking about. You
there's
gotta
a-
keep
But it gets
clear.
done, and he like, dang, babe, I'm so
You gotta
tired, I
keep it
forgot.
real.
There's a relationship coach that actually talks about that. So like
Oh, nice.
you edify what you enjoy him doing,
And it makes them do it more.
and it makes him do it more.
And I
Yes.
think that I really think it's true because they get tired, too.
yeah, my grandmama
They
was
do.
like, "Girl, just brush that man brow. You can get anything you want."
Yeah, show him
Yeah.
a boob, pass by with your booty cheeks, something. Because
Something.
guys are simple minded. Like
They are. They are so simple.
Yeah,
And it's that whole respect and wanting to
Mm-hmm.
know, like, you know, that they're doing right.
yeah,
Yes.
Being acknowledged.
And that's where I think that resistance to, like I said, came in because it's one of those things where if you're like just complaining, and he ain't doing nothing right, first, A, why you even with him? And then B, it's
Yeah.
not going to make him want to do anything. He gonna
No,
shut
it's
down.
gonna push them away. That's what
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna do.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna push
for
him
sure.
away, or he's gonna shut down, or it's one of those things where he can see the potential in you, and he's just gonna keep trying, and then next thing you know, it's done become
yeah, because
toxic.
you're gonna make him feel lesser than.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's
For
just
sure.
like I can't do nothing right.
Yeah.
Like,
So
why
yeah,
we
that's
even
why I
together?
said I feel like guys want that least resistance. Like I'd rather date somebody who not going to just like hound me for every little thing versus
But that doesn't mean that men want just a weaker female,
at
though,
all.
does it?
No, not at all. The
You know,
guys
'cause
like
they're-
order too.
Because there are some women out there that thinks that that's the role that they should take on,
Yeah.
just being a pushover or someone.
I think it
You know,
depends on
letting
the
a man
man
walk
too.
over. Huh?
I think it depends on the man too.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm telling
But-
you, guys like order just like kids.
Yeah,
do.
but some men pick the weaker woman because they feel like it's easier for them to not have to argue with you or nothing like that. And a lot of times this shows up in their status, their money. Like, okay, that's like a rich man. What do y'all think about this? I'm not saying this is my actual thought, but it can go further into conversation about. And guys, I might be wrong. Y'all tell me in the comments.
Right.
But when a guy has money, sometimes, right, I think it's easier for them to be with a woman who doesn't have money and things like that because there's not much of an argument that that's gonna be had.
That's a
when it
tricky-
comes
that's
down
tricky.
to
So
when it
I
comes down
always-
to you talking to me about money because
So
I'm the
I
breadwinner.
always
So you just
tie
stay in
it
your
to
place.
childhood trauma, right?
Yes, I
So
always
if
tie
you
that
were
stuff.
like a loser in high school, and then now you got money because you this engineer, because you was this nerd scientist in high school,
Yes.
Right.
Now
and
everybody
now
wants
you
you.
grown and you
Mhm.
like Steve Urkel to Stefan, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like pigeons.
I think
Peasants.
they
Right.
need. I'll use Drake as an example.
yeah. Drake, girl, leave
Yeah.
Aubrey alone. He ain't did nothing to you.
Drake
you know I
is
love
like
Aubrey.
now I don't know if
I
he was a
agree.
loser in high school, but
Drake,
The
this
vibe.
I will
give
say,
it off.
yeah, he does because okay, like he's cool now or whatever, but the type of women that he's attracted to, it's like I've always wanted,
like the women he could- the
popular
woman he couldn't
girl.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's his status, but that's like my perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of celebrities are like that.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. That's just like the guy maybe that was like a band nerd or something, and then
I get
now
like ASAP Rocky. He
Yeah.
got somebody that's bigger than him, so
Right.
that tell you he wasn't no loser. He was,
Right.
you know, he was like the cool kid, and he's comfortable
Yeah.
being with the cheerleader,
Yeah.
the cheerleading captain.
Yeah.
So it always ties back to
But I guess
childhood trauma to me.
I agree with that. But I guess I'm saying also like that man who has this status now. A lot of times I think it's hard for us to see those men be with other really strong women. Not saying it's not, because
Yeah.
I'm a strong woman. My man is very successful as well.
right.
Because they feel like it comes with that. Not the resistance, like the arguing, the
Yeah, the
I'm
pullback.
a A type, you a A type, you know.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes they result to this not A type
what they call like that
personality
alpha
woman.
male energy. Just we
Yeah.
both got to be the alpha male.
Yeah, so a lot of times they run to the woman who is not going to be combative and who's not going to have a say so in opinion. I don't
Would
think
you
you
say your husband is an alpha male? I know this answer already.
Yes, most definitely. 100%. He's not a man of many words. And some women confuse men who are always loud and talking as alpha males. Sometimes them men are loud for the wrong reason and they
Yeah.
talking for
And
the
they
wrong
ain't talking
reason.
about nothing.
Because when my man open his mouth up, he's saying something that needs to be heard, you know? And really, I mean, it's alpha male is not in really what you're saying. It's really in what you're doing. Like what you
Yeah.
said.
See, I
Amber.
would say he was a Sigma man.
Ooh, I've never heard of Sigma. What's a Sigma?
So I just learned this on the plane on my way to Costa
Ooh,
Rica.
tell
Teach us.
us, because I haven't
Teach us.
heard of this.
So you know, because they always talk about alpha men, beta men, right? So
Mm-hmm.
beta man is the man you could run over. Alpha man is the man who like is always in charge.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be with no alpha man because your personality is too big and you have too
Mm.
much alpha in you.
Okay.
But a Sigma man knows when to be the leader and when to stand beside you.
Ooh.
And so, and this was a conversation I was just having with somebody, and she was like, just in talking to you, I can tell like you don't need an alpha. You don't need to be ran. You need someone who can stand beside you. But when you need somebody to be like, girl, come here, you
Yeah.
go bring
Yeah.
your butt over there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
him.
for sure.
That's him. Nah, I like that.
That-
Okay,
I like that too. I never knew anything about the Sigma.
Me either,
I'm
but I
gonna be
love
looking
that.
into it.
I'm gonna
because
look-
y'all know I
I-
love love and love
Listen.
relationships. So I'm definitely gonna be looking
listen,
into that.
baby, I'm coming home with something new for you.
Right.
Gotta teach you about yourself. That's awesome.
That's a very good point too, Amber, and it ties right into the next question. So I feel like women try to take over the masculine side of the man. I know for a fact I have done this before, and it's more so just not only because I may have been like the breadwinner in the relationship. It has nothing to do with that. It's more of he can't make a decision, so then I need to make the decisions. But I want to stay in my feminine energy. Like, I don't want to be the masculine. I don't want to go fight the world like they have to do. Like, that's why you're the man and I'm the woman. So, but do y'all agree that it happens more than we think or we want to admit, that we have to step out of our masculine.
So
our
okay, so I
femininity?
sell real estate, right? So I get to see like the most intimate financial conversations
Yeah.
with people. Women make all the decisions.
That's true, and that's why guys
Women-
always be like, "Let me call my wife real quick and
Yeah.
see that we got plans tonight."
Not
believe
even
it.
that. Like a man could enter into a situation and want a budget of a certain thing, but if it makes her happy, and it comes back with the brushing the brow, talking to him a certain way, women make all the decisions, even if it's a breadwinner with a housewife, you know, or an old man with a younger woman. The men always want to impress us. So even if he's an alpha man, you still have the power to guide him into what you want.
I agree.
Without being the dominant person
Yes.
in the relationship. I think sometimes
It's easy to do, actually.
I think sometimes when
Yeah.
women are the dominant person in a relationship, it's because they're scared to be vulnerable.
That's
Because
exactly what it is.
vulnerability is hard.
It is,
Very
especially
much
depending
so.
on what you may have grown up seeing,
Oh, yeah.
and or what you've been through in your
Your
adulthood.
life, yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point too. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to be the man in the relationship. Like I want to be the woman.
Yes.
That's what I am.
Yes.
I've never wanted to be a man in a relationship, but I feel like I said, sometimes guys don't say enough. Like they don't say, no, we're not doing that today. No, we're not going on that trip next week. No,
Yeah.
we can't make it. So then if you're just saying yes, 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 I don't want a guy I can run over. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like if I can just walk all over you, I'm gone, baby. I can't. It ain't gonna work for me.
It ain't gonna work.
You gotta tell me no sometime, but don't
Yeah.
tell me
That
no at the
is
wrong
so
times.
funny.
And it's how you tell me no.
Yeah.
It's how you can tell me no, but it's how. It's
Right.
How you tell me. I want
And
you
then,
to be
I
kind.
mean, you can also have an understanding in your relationship too. Like, girl,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna do that, so I ain't even gonna bother asking.
Yeah.
Because if I ask, most of the time it's a yes.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
I don't even bother asking things that I know the answer is no to. It's no point in having that discussion.
Okay.
Because
love
then
it.
my feelings gonna be hurt because
Yeah.
I really want you to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I
That's
love
why I asked.
Exactly. And I love that you said that, Amber, because a lot of women don't give that men credit for the times that they say yes.
Yeah.
You know, women, sometimes we can get
It's usually
fixated on.
yes.
Yeah, sometimes we get so fixated on when they say no or no.
Because it was a big deal to us. That's
Because that was
why.
a big deal. But a lot of time, I mean, honestly, even for my man, like, I honestly cannot say that he doesn't say yes all the time. And so, but we have to do better with letting them know that. Like, letting them know, you know what?
That's the
Yeah,
acknowledgement.
that's why I tell him that. all
There
the
we
time.
go. See?
He'll say no, and I'll be like, boy, and then he'll be like, whatever, Amber.
What day is it again?
That's awesome.
Man.
Yeah, for sure.
What was I gonna ask y'all? When a guy pours into us, I feel like that guy elevates. So guys, keep pouring into us because it makes us want to go harder for y'all. Like it makes us want to pour. And I think women, like we're so good, we will pour until like we're on zero. We could be on empty, and we still.
So when you
pouring.
say it makes him elevate, or
Yes.
it makes us elevate?
No, it's gonna make him elevate
I think
because
it-
he
I think-
feels
I think
like
it's both ways.
I think it's both ways. Not
both
opposite, but I think it's both.
It's definitely both ways, but I really, really feel like he elevates more because it's just like, man, I got a family to come home to. I got,
That's what the Bible says.
I got all
that
this stuff
is.
to look forward to, and I'm still being that protector, that guider, but it also makes us want to pour back into them.
So that's actually my definition of love. Okay, love is the most unselfish emotion a person.
It's
can
like dying
have.
to yourself.
It is.
Well, not really. You're not dying to yourself because do you love that person that does not pour into you? No. You need
some
them to
people
pour.
do, though.
Yeah, that is trauma.
Because I learned that from
No.
a pastor. The pastor, he always says, and just because he's a pastor don't mean it's right, but a lot of pastors always say, like, you have to die to yourself because pretty much, like, you're being unselfish.
It's a selfless
I think that's
act.
what he meant.
But you
by
don't
that.
Definitely.
fall in love with somebody that's not doing anything for you. So, like, I'm not a good friend if I never show up for Chanel, but
Right.
Chanel always shows up for me. Then it's not reciprocated. So that's what love is. Like, it's a selfishly unselfish
I got you.
emotion. Because, like, you have to receive to give. In order for me to pour into you, you have to be pouring into me.
But that's still
am I
tricky.
going to pour
That
in?
is very tricky.
It's because I'm telling you, women, I feel like we're such nurturers. Not all women, but most women are nurturers at heart.
We're always going to
And
give
so
more.
we could be on empty, and we're still going to find a way to make a way for you.
Yeah, we're always
I
we're
think
always
in a
gonna get
sense,
more.
but okay, so if
It's-
you were talking to a guy and he like never showed up for you, you would still give him more?
I would not probably give him more, but I would probably scale it back a little bit because
And you
it just
would
really
still
depends
fall
on.
in love with him.
No, I think for me, it would
So
depends
that's what
on
I'm
what's
saying.
going on.
It's love though.
Fall in love because is she already in love with them though?
No, they're just talking.
Just
like
talking.
how do
Oh,
you
okay,
get
that's
to that
different.
phase? You only get to that phase if you're getting something. And
I
then
get
you
what
have
you're
to
saying.
give
I might
it,
have to agree with
you
that
have
one.
to give it back. It's
Yeah.
a selfish thing. Because then if you're not getting it, that's when the nagging comes along and all this other stuff comes along. It's a very selfishly unselfish emotion. With men, they may not nag, but they may start texting other girls. They may start doing something else because they're
'Cause not
looking
getting
for
that
something.
need- that need
They
met.
need it back.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
funny that you say that too, Amber, because Pip on the last show where the guys were talking to the girls on episode 2, y'all go back and look at episode 2.
Go check it out.
He was just saying that he said that a lot of times when guys cheat, they're cheating for conversation. And I thought about
That's
that.
the worst cheating.
And that is because
That's
you're
That's
not.
the worst.
It's no
cheating.
physical touch, no nothing. You're really just texting that person, but it's that.
Is it just for entertainment?
No,
Like,
he
no,
was
it's
just
to feel
saying-
wanted.
He said it was to feel. He was like, we want to feel wanted, like because guys got feelings too, and I think a lot of
That's
times
true.
women we deviate through that because they don't show emotion. They don't say, "Babe, I didn't really like the way you said that," like, or just don't talk
Yeah,
to you for
we
the
the
whole
only
day.
ones
Yeah.
that really complain. They don't say nothing.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I just feel like, I mean, men just it shows up in their emotions different. They just
Yeah.
show up in their emotions different than women. And I think that we don't do a great job, and I'm saying we as women,
Yeah, of course.
do a great job, explaining that or understanding that. Because even for me, it took me a very long time to understand why a person doesn't feel or act out the way that I act out when it comes to my emotions. Because I'm really not a super.
What you mean by that? Give like a example. If you
Because I'm
can.
very passionate. I'm
Yeah.
very passionate.
Yeah, and don't let it be something that you truly love. Or,
Yeah, and I'm very passionate, and so I know that I have to be with someone that's just as passionate. And my husband is also very passionate, but his passion looks totally different than mine. So you can mistake his passion as him not being as passionate, but passion is also not just like a word. It's like it's in your work, you know.
That's a good point. My late husband. So when I first launched Closet 84, my boutique, I used to be like, "Babe, I can't wait to get home from work to take my pictures," and he would be like, "Okay, babe." But I was so passionate about it because it's my baby. It was my
Exactly.
first business ever. But the funny part is, every single day that I would come home and take pictures, he was ready to take the pictures. He would be ready, dressed before me.
Yeah, just because he wasn't
But
as excited as you doesn't mean he's not
He didn't
passionate about it.
verbalize.
He didn't verbalize, but he
verbalize
was
it.
ready. He was
Exactly.
beat me getting ready.
Same thing.
So
Same thing.
I really do. I love what you just said, and I think women too. Like as far as when it comes to guys, like don't expect them to have that enthusiasm, doing cartwheels, jumping up and down. Like
Yes.
some guys are like that, and some guys are like,
Yeah, see, I don't wear my emotions like out loud. Y'all know this about me.
Yeah.
So I'm very like chill. I'm probably more the guy in the relationship when it comes to stuff.
like
When it
super
comes to
laid
that,
back. Mm-hmm.
I don't like always wear my excitement out loud. And so I have to be more cognizant of actually verbalizing it. Because if I don't verbalize it, then I know he wouldn't feel appreciated.
Ooh,
And
I can see
so, because I'll be like, oh, that's what you were supposed to do.
Right.
Oh,
But-
that's good, Amber.
Because,
That is.
but the crazy thing is, and you'll hear people say, well, why do I reward a person for doing
What they
something
should
that
be
they're
doing,
supposed to be
yeah.
doing? But it's like you have to appreciate that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, because there's
Yes.
people that don't do that.
Yeah.
And so I like to
I like
make
that.
sure that I acknowledge it.
That's
Yeah.
a word.
I've seen
That's
a
a
meme,
word.
Amber, what you're talking about. It was a guy that was saying something along the lines of, like, I've never cheated on my wife before. He said, I've never cheated on my girlfriend when she was my girlfriend. I never cheated on my wife. And me, I never really just comment, but I wanted to read the comments. And so I just opened up the comment
I
box.
always
And
read them.
the guy was like, you want a cookie pretty much for not cheating? And the other lady was like, well, do you want cupcakes because you didn't cheat? Like, you ain't supposed to be cheating.
Oh.
But I don't know. What y'all think about that? Because that's tricky. Like, he was just making a general statement. Like, I've never cheated on my girl, and now she's my wife. I've never cheated on her. And so they were just in the comments going hard.
A
on
man,
him.
a man also said that. Or these are women.
This
that
was
said
men
that,
and women. Yeah, they were going hard.
Wow.
on
Yeah, I
him.
can see the women saying it because it's more so like you're not supposed to cheat.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to.
But I think he was just more like
acknowledge
crunk
and
about
show
it.
you appreciation for
Yeah.
not cheating on me because you're not supposed to cheat on me.
Mm-hmm.
But like if
But I guess they get bashed so much. I think that's where he was coming from. But the comments,
Yeah.
you would have
They
thought
was
that.
bad.
I mean, I think if we look at, I think he's first off, his defense should have been statistically speaking.
Yeah, something along 96%.
First off, that's how he should
and the
address them. But
people- and the people coming at him probably coming from hurt or jealousy.
oh yeah,
I'm telling y'all, it was like over
Or
1,000
bitter,
comments,
definitely bitter.
and they were chewing him out like you shouldn't be. And well, that's what husbands do. They supposed to be faithful.
Well,
And
see,
he's
I
just like
and,
dang.
and see, I think things like that is what drive people to start doing the wrong thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we understand that he's supposed to be a faithful man. He's married. He's committed. That is commendable. I'm sorry,
Right,
it is. No man or woman is perfect, and we see people fall short daily.
Yes.
Marriage is destroyed. Divorce is like at an all time high. So that's what I mean when I say statistics. He is on the right road, and
Yep.
so. You know, when it
And
gets
I
to
wanted
these
to do
social
like
media
the
stuff-
power, the
Yeah,
peace sign, because I was
man.
crunk about
Yeah.
seeing it, and whether he was lying or not, because I wouldn't know. But
Yeah.
it's just the simple fact, like that's good. Like more men should see it's okay to be.
Thank you.
faithful.
on
He's
the
been
back.
an example.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
pat him on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, when I seen that. But yeah, I really think like when we pour into guys, I feel like they elevate, and I feel like when they pour into us, they still elevate. Like it's a win-win for them.
Oh, it is.
I agree.
100%.
So
It's a
totally
win.
agree.
we coming towards the end, ladies.
Oh, no.
I know. And so I was wondering, well, I got two more questions. So do y'all think y'all know I'm retarded. Do y'all think is anything wrong with eating tenders at a steakhouse? Or like if you go to Ruth Chris, would y'all order tenders?
Yes.
Me too.
I'm a cheap date.
But I read something and it said that we're childish. Like we need to grow up because we ordering like
Chicken
kids stuff
tenders.
tenders. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm like that dude just paid probably $60 for the whole meal, and I'm full. I probably didn't even eat all them tenders.
First off,
I don't have no opinion. I don't really care what a person eats.
yes. How you gonna tell me first off how to spend my money?
Yeah.
Or
how to
his
eat.
money.
What's the
Or
shoe on?
yeah.
Whatever it is. I mean, honestly, no.
Now, social media got us, not us in general, but just like people in the world. Like I think people see that and chime in, and then be like, "No, I'm going to get lobsters,
Yes.
crab legs." I'm like, I don't even like this
That
stuff.
make me think
Yes.
of like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade and how they be coming for her because she pay half
Yeah.
the bills.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's
I don't
their
see anything
relationship.
wrong with
They're-
it.
They're happy. Like, why
Y'all,
do you care?
Please take notes. They together, been together, ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere.
9 years
And it's
strong.
probably
Right.
the single people comment.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. And honestly, like I said, like me, being like I said, I'm a cheap date, right? But that doesn't mean that's what I want all the time.
Correct.
But I know my husband probably appreciates that sometimes,
Yeah.
that we ain't gotta dress up and pay for all these extra expenses just to feed me. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just not that complicated. And
Yeah.
that's the resistance we were talking about, right? Sometimes men want something down to earth. Something
That's how I always tell men to like just be careful. Like when my guys, not my guys in general, because I'm single, but when the guys like come to me and ask questions, like when it comes to women, I always say like, just be careful when you're going out to eat with these people, because some of these women have in their head Monday I'm gonna eat with him, Tuesday I'm gonna eat with him, and then they're getting all this food to go. Like I always say, guys, be careful. Yeah, I know we talking to y'all today, but you know, guys, be careful.
And then too,
Yeah.
when you're dating and when you're in a relationship, women have a different mindset.
Yeah.
So like when you're dating, I really don't care if you take. I mean, like if you take me to Ruth Chris, cool. If you
Right.
take me
But
to
we can
True
go to-
Love's, cool.
exactly. Cheesecake Factory, I'm
But
still
now
cool.
when we're in
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go. Like that's my
Exactly.
favorite.
I'm a driver.
But when I'm in a relationship and I'm invested in you and I see a future with you,
Right.
be like, baby, you know what? You know what? Texas Roadhouse got the same type of stuff.
Listen.
And it's cheaper. Let's just go there. Like
and we can
it
get
is-
in and get out.
because now I care about how you spend your money. Because
Come on,
now
man.
I'm invested in you, not just emotionally, but in your financial
Financial.
well-being.
So Amber,
That's
at the
a wife.
beginning though, and it is, she will be.
That's a
so
wife.
can he take you to Texas Roadhouse? I love Texas Roadhouse, y'all. So we can go there
Shout
on
out
first
Texas
date.
Roadhouse, me too.
Yes.
So, yes.
Can you go on a first date to Texas
Yes.
Roadhouse? Me too. Okay, because some women are shallow.
But
Some women are like, no, you better not take me there. And it's just like, oh.
Girl, let's talk about it. I'm so sick of this whole thing, this epidemic of like
take me
What you
somewhere.
can and can't do.
restaurant is like a restaurant and some flowers now is can get you in the door
First
for
of all,
every
I don't
woman.
even want you to pick me up.
That part, can I meet you?
Yeah, like that.
Or I'll drive. Let me pick you up. Let me change it up. I'm different.
When did that become the standard?
I don't want, but I've never allowed anybody to pick me up on a date.
I like that.
Because I don't want you to know where I stay.
That's a good point.
smart.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of a man that I don't know knowing where I stay because I don't feel safe.
Right.
And I know that I've had somebody pick me up from my mama's house, but not from my house.
Right.
Like, so I've had that where I go park at my mama's house and I get picked up. But honestly, like,
And
I'll
that's
meet
even
you
scary.
there.
You okay? That's even scary too, because it's just like I don't want you knowing about none of that stuff.
But when you by yourself, because I've had somebody actually follow me home.
That's scary.
Oh.
And
That's
but
super
the lucky
scary.
thing is, like, I'd noticed the car following me, so I pulled into Walgreens.
Wow.
I didn't even know it was my date
That is
until I
crazy.
got to Walgreens.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's scary.
yeah, that's scary.
Yes.
That's real scary. And women, we have to be careful. Man, don't be freaking us out. Like, y'all gotta
Please
chill out.
don't. Listen, and we're not saying don't take us out to eat
Yeah.
either. We do like nice dates.
Yes,
we
we
do
do.
like some thought
We
into
do.
it. But ladies, come on now. You ain't gotta always go to STK and
For the
whatever
picture,
else.
y'all only going for
No.
the aesthetics anyway. Some
That's
of y'all.
it. That's it.
I always say, and I kind of want to end with this, kind of, sort of, but I always say that, men, when y'all get us, like, don't stop pursuing us. Like, yes, we're tired. Yes, life is going. Yes, you've got us. Most of us are faithful till we can't be faithful no more.
Yes.
But just, like, don't stop those nice things. Y'all say something that y'all want to say to the men.
Actually,
Like,
so in dating, I require we go on a date every week.
I like
So
that.
even like when you're married,
Yeah.
like go on a date every
We used to
week.
do
Keep
that.
your relationship young, keep it healthy. And it doesn't have to be the same days, even if it's just going bowling. Just something different.
Me and John did that, but one thing we did, like, if we didn't go out, just like say we had something going on, we would like just literally sit in the living room and like that would be a date night. But we would just be sitting
I
there
like
talking,
that.
but we didn't have our phones with us.
Yeah.
Or we would sit at the kitchen table and just eat dinner together instead of like eating in the room or just eating wherever because we just trying to get in where we fit in.
Yeah, like for Valentine's Day, we
Yeah.
go try different pizza places because
Yeah.
everybody go to the steakhouses, and pizza's my favorite food.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So we go try different pizza spots. Like they're not packed. We don't have to worry about the crowd.
love
and
that.
it's good.
And and it's good and it's different.
Yes.
It's become our tradition, so it makes it cute.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's y'all's own written.
Yes.
Now, you got anything that you want to say
I
about the
guess-
pursuing?
Mine is probably simple. I mean, guys, communication. Communication.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we make dates a girl thing. Like the date is all about the girl and where she want to go and what she want to talk about. But guys, go prepared. Have your questions. Ask questions. A lot of times these women are telling you exactly what you need to hear too on the first date. And then y'all waste these women time and your own because you're not asking questions. And I get it.
Yeah.
There is a stigma on men that, feeling like they don't need to talk too much or you don't feel heard. And, that's talking is just not a big thing that men feel like they should do,
Right.
from an emotional standpoint. But you really can find out a lot of things that could save you years and years of just
Of headache.
headache with us. And I
Boils
mean,
down to,
like, again, we are complicated beings and
Yes.
God truly made us different. But I think men need to just do more at the beginning. I
Yeah.
think men find out late the type of woman that they
Because
they
they're so
got
busy
into
looking
it
at
with.
like our breasts and our butts and our
Yeah,
waist and our
I
hair
get
and our
it.
Well,
face.
yeah.
Like
We fine,
y'all,
we get it.
yeah, y'all so busy into
They
that.
just try,
Yeah.
at the very beginning, the goal is the goal. And so
Yeah.
they're not always dating you to marry you.
Exactly, and they
That's
will tell.
true.
Some of them will tell you that straight up, and then
Yeah.
3 months later, it's like, dang, I really do love you.
Right, and that's fine if that's what you want, but that's still communicating too, right? That's still being
I actually
honest
have
and
a big
upfront.
thing. Like, if that's all you trying to do, just spell it out. Because
Yes.
that may be what she trying to do.
Exactly.
No, for real. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We had some time. I got some questions that a friend of mine uses on dates, and it came
Just give
from a
us
man.
one. Give us
Just
one
give,
real
give,
y'all.
us, give us like 2
And it came
I'm
from
curious.
man. I gotta see if I can find it. But y'all, when I tell y'all, it's like categories. It's like, I mean,
I seen
it's the
something
most
like
perfect thing. Let me see
Track
if I can
Baby
pull it up.
101. She just got married, but she actually had like 10 questions right off rip for her. They got married like 2 weeks ago. But she asked these certain questions like, do you want kids? If you don't want kids, I don't want to talk to you. Do you want this? You know, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was asking straight up questions on day one. Like, she didn't even want to date with him. I said that at the
very
beginning. It's good.
And I said, ooh.
I done been with everybody I wanted to be with.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
I'm just, if you're not looking to settle down and be married, I don't want to be with you.
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Intentionality is everything.
If you don't believe in marriage, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's so good. Y'all, I'm going to be honest.
I want one more kid, so if you don't want no kids, we not going to work.
It ain't going to work. It ain't. Okay, did I find it? Let me see. Y'all, it's so good. But listen, if I can't get it right now, find me on Instagram.
Right. She going to post it one day.
I'm going to have y'all married by the end of the year with these questions. I ain't playing. I'm going to give it to you.
I'm telling you, the questions, they be so good. But that's how you know, and I always talk to my dad about this, but that's how you know when a guy is serious, because he ain't going to run from whatever question you got. He going to answer it straight up off rib. Now, he could be lying, but he going to answer it.
Y'all, okay, I found it.
Yay. Give us like 3.
Okay, I'm going to give y'all the different categories. Okay. So, one of them was, this is discuss marriage and kids, like you just said. So, one of them was, y'all, I don't know why this is the question, but do you believe in traditional marriage where the husband is the final decision maker, or do you believe in a partnership where if the husband and wife can agree, then nothing happens? Do you believe the wife is a helpmate and should serve the husband, or do you believe that the wife is equal to the husband?
See, I want a purpose partner, so that's a good question.
Yeah, like even asking like what type of wedding do they want, like a big, small wedding or a courthouse wedding, because that deals with your financial, right?
Y'all both been married?
Yeah, exactly. This one is from Criminal Background.
Jeez,
discussing criminal background.
I done been arrested.
Yeah, are you into
in 6th grade?
Yeah, have you ever been arrested as one of them? Do you have any felonies? I mean, some people fall in love with people and find out later this man can't vote.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Things like
you
that.
don't have a passport.
I feel like one time I hit you up to look up somebody's name.
You did.
Yeah, listen. It even asks if you get into a violent argument with a woman, what would you do to de-escalate the issue? Or have you ever been hit by a woman? How did you handle that?
I've hit a man.
Oh God, Amber, don't tell these people that.
This is her younger years.
Of course it was.
Like I told y'all, I come from damage, so it took me to acknowledge and go through the motions.
That's the biggest thing, is acknowledgement.
Yeah,
and so like I wasn't in the place to where, I guess when you've been opened up by a person, all of your wounds start coming out, and so. Because that's when you're the most vulnerable.
Oh, yeah.
And so in the damage, like all of that comes to the forefront.
Yeah.
And I've heard that, but when it was me, I was like, girl, what is wrong with you? Like, you crazy.
Yeah.
and you're really not crazy. It's really
I'm crazy.
No, you're not. It's really just that childhood.
That is.
I'm telling you, childhood makes a difference. And I say this every single podcast. Your childhood makes a difference. You can either follow that childhood and stay in the zone, or learn from it, adapt, and grow.
And it's not just, and then it's past relationships, things you've been through. Like, I've been in 2 relationships where I was hit. And so
that's
I think I was defending myself before I had to defend myself.
Yeah.
Right.
And it took him to like hold me and be like, girl, I'm never going to put my hands back on you. I will love you through this pain.
Yeah, that's deep.
So yeah,
so guys, y'all do know how to be deep.
Yeah, they do. They
y'all know how to be
do.
deep.
Just too late. Do it up front.
Right.
Try to.
Well, and I think it's harder for men to be vulnerable.
That's true.
I think it's easier for a woman to be vulnerable.
It is.
But we as women have to create the space for men to be vulnerable.
Because men are softer.
Yeah.
Because they're not vulnerable as often, they are more soft on the inside, like a little teddy bear.
That's true. That's true. And when men give us their answer, be okay with the answer. Don't try to keep manipulating.
Tweak it a little bit
so it can fit for what you can go to sleep with. You know, no, don't do that. But again, I'm gonna send y'all this list. I didn't get to ask all the good ones, but I'm gonna send it to you.
One? So ask one more.
Okay, one of them was hygiene questions, y'all.
That's important.
Like it asks, like
when you wake up, do you brush your teeth?
Like, I'm not lying. Like that. Do you make the bed when you get up? Like, is that something that you do? You know, people break up over stuff like that. You know, one of them was like, let me see. I have to go back to it because I shut it down.
That is crucial.
These
'Cause
are
if we
like
rushing, you rushing.
yeah, like do like even
I don't make the bed when I wake up.
I don't
I
do it all
make the
the
bed
time.
when I come back.
yeah, like you know how many people complain about
I
they
don't do it all the
they
time.
partner snoring and they
Yeah.
sleep in different rooms and
I
stuff.
snore. I be tired.
Like it, like for real, like
I call that my quiet noise.
Yeah, if I'm snoring, y'all, it's because I'm super tired. That means
Yeah.
like I ain't had no nap, no nothing.
Yeah.
I need
Snoring is
naps.
just like me telling Alexa to cut on some sleep music.
Yep, I'm telling you, I'm gonna snore. It may
You
not
don't
be
like
bad,
snoring?
but I'm gonna snore.
they gonna get a little bit.
Yeah, you gonna get a sneak peek.
You don't
Yeah,
like
I know.
snoring, Chanel?
I mean, no, I'm okay to it. I'm not sensitive to it. I don't snore, but I can hear a little.
I wish the guy would go to sleep
Snore
before
too.
me though. Like you
Really?
go to sleep.
Or do you
Yeah.
fall asleep fast? I'll say
I do too.
Yeah,
and I gotta
I'm
have the
telling you,
TV
9,
on.
My brain
9:30.
is always like going.
And mine is
Oh.
too, but then I'll wake up and jot it down and go back to sleep.
Oh,
Sometimes.
that's real.
Oh,
good.
I like that.
I told you have grown up.
Yeah,
You are real
I will
grown.
wake up, jot it down so I won't forget, and that's not all the time.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'll wake up every now and again. I'll jot it down. Or I'll put it in my notepad on my phone. Girl, my notepad and seen
full of stuff.
girl what?
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, guys, that was episode 3,
Yes.
Venting Out Loud podcast. So Amber and Chanel are entrepreneurs slash entrepreneur
Entrepreneur.
Yes, I
I'm
can
an
even say it
entrepreneur.
right.
Yes.
And so tell them a little bit, the viewers, how they can locate y'all, find y'all. In a good way. Like, y'all are taken. So, guys, don't be trying to get in my friends' DMs. They are
Yes.
spoken for. But, yeah, let them know something else so they can
Yeah,
find
so
y'all.
I'm an entrepreneur spouse, meaning I am married to an entrepreneur, a true entrepreneur, because he's never worked for anyone. He's always been an entrepreneur his entire life. And so we own Wings World Restaurants, and we have 5 locations just in Dallas. Yes, 7 total, but 5 here in Dallas. You can find us in Cedar Hill, Lancaster, West Dallas, Oak Cliff, and also off MLK by the Fair Park. And so thewingsworldfood.com if you want to check out their menu.
What's your Instagram, girl?
Oh, and my Instagram, if you want to find me, all things Chanel, education, wife,
Yes.
mom. I'm a fertility advocate as well. Love. That's why I'm here today at The Professional
Yep,
on Instagram.
that's her.
Okay. So I'm a realtor. I've been doing real estate for 8 years, and my Instagram is Dorsey_sales, SELLS_DFW.
Yes, and go
Love
find
it.
her. Y'all remember when Amber first started and she was about to take her, what's the
Exam?
exam? Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's just like 8 years
Yes.
later, like she is still like progressing. Y'all definitely go follow her.
Yes, I remember
And
that
the
too. Amber.
wings, they are good. Please go eat.
33 flavors.
Episode 3, I really thank y'all so much.
Thank
for
you,
being-
Nikki.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you
This
for
was
having
really
us. This
good.
was awesome. I enjoy myself.
I like healthy.
Me
Me
too.
too.
Relationship.
This
Don't
is so
bring no
good.
drama. I don't even want to give no names.
Yeah, we gotta run
We
this
can
back.
talk about stuff without like putting the guys' names out and all that.
I don't
so.
really
that's
have.
good.
Well, no, yes, I do. I
Yes,
was gonna say I
no.
don't have no bad relationship, but I
You
guess
do.
I blocked them out of my head.
You do.
We got to run this back with some men
Yeah.
so we can
We
really
will.
go
yeah,
back and
women.
forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dialogue.
We will. We
Let me
will.
know
And the
when.
guys actually just said that last week.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
I think I
awesome.
want to do like maybe use y'all 2 again and then use them 2 since we all 4 have
Bring it
done
all
the
together.
podcast and then bring it together as
Let
like
me know,
one
girl.
episode. So yeah.
Let me
Okay,
know.
y'all be tuned in. Okay,
All right,
thank y'all. Good
Thank
night.
you.